All right, everybody. So the Nintendo Direct leaks and rumors it just carries on. It's just there is no end to it. It's just gonna keep going and going and going until we're all old and gray, and then we're dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna keep going. All right, everybody. So we have a new upcoming Nintendo Direct happening in September, according to many sources and many leaks. So if you didn't know already, Switch Force, who apparently is becoming a Nintendo leaker now, I don't really understand why or how he got that information. I feel like he got so upset with beat 'em ups for doing his like little testing thing or whatever you want to call it. I'm not gonna get into it. That he's like, why would you do that? He's like, if I'm gonna give information, then I'm gonna be telling the truth, right? And then he started giving information. I'm like, okay, wait, where are you getting this information from? Like, how did you all of a sudden just? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But Switch Force did say that there will be a Nintendo Direct in September, and it'll be on September 12th. Now, obviously, there's going to be a Direct in September. Nintendo does not miss Directs in September, like, ever. Like, it is very, very rare, and we're overdue for one, so it makes so much sense, right? So it makes sense. But the thing is, he did give an exact date, September 12th, right? And we're like, okay, all right, that's cool, whatever. Some people believed him, some people don't believe him. However, Nate the Hate actually just came out and said that there will also be a Nintendo Direct on September 11th or 12th. So it's all kind of lining up. And then everyone in the comments is like, oh, Switch Force was right. Switch Force was right. I'm like, okay. All right. I guess Switch Force is a leaker now. All right. I mean, kind of weird that he just suddenly got his information, but whatever. Nate the Hate, though, when Nate the Hate speaks, you know it's real. Like we're kind of iffy about Switch Force. I mean, I believed him, but I was still kind of like, wait, where are you getting your information from? All of a sudden, But Nate the Hate, every time the man speaks, he's always right. And he knows it. He's so proud of it, bro. Good for him. You know what I'm saying? He told us about the Switch 2 launch. He told us about the Switch 2 release trailer, how they were gonna announce it back in January. Said it's gonna be happening. Like, I don't know what his exact words were, but he's like, it's gonna happen tomorrow, and everyone's like, but why would they do that? Oh, they haven't teased it or anything, and then they did. All right, and then he's been right about numerous other directs and stuff. So I believe it 100% now. You know what I'm saying? I 100% believe it now. There is definitely going to be a direct that week, which is weird that it's happening on the 12th. Okay, like why the 12th? Because that's a Friday. Usually Nintendo does it like on a Wednesday or Thursday. Now, Thursday is 9/11. Maybe they didn't want to do it on 9/11 out of respect. But then why not Wednesday? Like, why not the 10th? I don't know. There might be some reasoning behind that, but it's just a very weird date. And even Switch Force said that it's going to happen on a weird date, so that checks out there. So, all right. And I believe this is they've always said that it's going to be the just general. They haven't said exactly what direct it is. It's going to be the general direct, right? Like the one we've all been waiting for. But are you talking about Mario's 40th anniversary direct, or are you talking about the general direct? Does that make sense? Like, because Mario's 40th anniversary is happening that week too? So it makes sense that they would have a direct there, and that could be a big one. That's where they could announce a new 3D Mario. That could be the one we've all been waiting for, right? Or is it general, right? I've heard talk. We've done videos on this. I've heard talk of people saying that there's going to be 3 directs in September, which is crazy. A general, a Metroid Prime 4 direct, and a Mario 40th anniversary. I don't know. Either way, I think we're gearing up for an awesome September showcase, whatever it is. Even if it's just one, honestly, even if it's just one direct, whatever, I still think it's gonna be some bangers. Switch Force hasn't said anything like of what we might see there, but he has said that there are some big things. Okay, I mean, sure. I guess you could throw a dart at it's like throwing a dart at the board and hoping something sticks. I could say that we're gonna get some big things at a September direct, and I will probably be right because there's always a September direct. But he seems to have a good track record so far, Switch Wars, with his new job of leaking stuff, and not leak. I shouldn't say leak, right? I say rumored. According to Beat 'em Ups, I shouldn't say the word leak. But you know what I'm saying. Like, It's interesting. It's interesting. I believe it. I think there's gonna be one in September. September 12th makes sense. What might we see though? I think we're all just a little confused on if this is the 40th anniversary or if this is just a general direct. Either way, I think we're gonna see 3D Mario. Like, if Nintendo decides not to do a 40th anniversary direct for Mario, right? If they just decide to like, oh, we'll still celebrate it, but we're not gonna do a full-on direct, then I definitely think at this general direct we'll see a 3D Mario. But if they're gonna do both, I think we'll see the 3D Mario at the 40th anniversary. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's so interesting to me that like the whole thing, like the whole like directs, like are just so interesting. People are so obsessed with Nintendo, and I love Nintendo obviously, and it's just like we are willing to hang on to anything that we can just grab onto. Like it's like we've been saying 3D Mario for the past, honestly, since Mario Odyssey came out. I think I've already talked about this, but like we've been talking about 3D Mario for so long now that it's kind of just getting tiresome to talk about it, But it has to happen this time, right? It's gonna happen this. No, I really think it will. It's just, what if it doesn't? Like I think it will, but I think a part of the fans need to prepare themselves for is like, hey, go into it thinking, there's probably gonna be at least one great thing. That's what I do. There's probably gonna be at least one great thing you see every time I go to Nintendo Direct. I just hope for one good thing. There's probably gonna be more, right? It's probably not just gonna be one great thing. But I usually just say, okay, just give me one great thing. And then I don't usually leave disappointed like a lot of people, Because a lot of people are like, that was the worst Nintendo Direct. Why didn't we get this? Why didn't we get this? Hey, just keep an open mind, you know what I'm saying? Have fun with it and just like hope for one good thing. If they don't give you anything, then it's like, okay, well, what are we doing? Yes, But that's always what I always say, if coming up this September, Nintendo, just give me one great big thing to be excited for, and I'll be happy. I think this is the direct they'll announce, the release date for Metroid Prime 4. They might say, hey, this is the release date. Stay tuned for a Metroid Prime 4 direct if they decide to do that, and we'll go over more details or what. I don't know. Whatever. They might give us a release date for Hyrule Warriors. That's another one. That'll probably be in next year. Or maybe another trailer for the Splatoon Raiders. That's actually one that I think a lot of people have been curious about. It's so weird. Like, why did they choose to announce that just on a random, what was it, like a Tuesday? Just like dropped a trailer. Why didn't they just save that for September? But maybe it's coming out very soon, so they wanted to like let us know about it, and then at this direct they'll give us a release date that's like a month away. That might be interesting. That would make sense to me. I don't know. Either way, I think it's going to be an awesome direct. I think we're going to see some cool things. What do you guys think? Do you think September 12th is the date? I think it is. There's a lot of leakers. Date the hate never lies. Let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.